So tonight, actually, we're going to do a little bit of a test here. A lot of people have been asking me about this, but I just didn't have a good answer for them because I just don't know. I coat a lot of my cars, meaning that I will use ceramic paint protection, like something like this called sea quartz, on the surface of my car. And then afterwards, I would use a hydrophobic formula, something by G Technique called XO. So with the combination of the two, it repels dirt and keeps the car clean very easily. But as of late, I had this urge to get my car wrapped. And I was wondering, how would these two type of products would actually react to a film like Avery Denshin Supreme wrap? So this here I have is the Avery Supreme wrap, and I will test out by applying on the left hand side here, coating, and I'm gonna leave the right hand side here, non-coating, and we'll see how the product reacts. I'm gonna accelerate the curing process by using heat. I know it's not the most scientific, but that's the quickest way we're gonna try to get some results. And then also after that, what I would do is do a stretch test, because don't forget, C-quartz, Opticoat, and all type G Techniques, ceramic, all types of ceramic coating. It's like a crystal. So from that perspective, I want to see and I stretch it and see does it actually crack, because it's supposed to crystallize. So with the wrap, if I stretch it, theoretically it should crack. So I want to demonstrate and see and test it out to see does it really work. And I'm going to start it in a moment. Okay, so with the ceramic C-quartz, I'm going to first apply it on this side. And then after that, I'm going to apply it with a heat gun and then heat it up. And I will spray water on it and see how well does it repel with just the C-quartz by itself. Now, you can use any type of ceramic coating. I know it varies a little bit, but it's not going to be a huge difference overall. But just to get an idea how this wrap and film will handle ceramic coating or any type of coating. We'll see what happens. So give me a moment while I apply this. So I'm going to put, it's supposed to go a long way, remember. So there you go. That's plenty right there, right? So take the sponge, apply the coating pretty evenly. I want to thank my little buddy here, my son, that's helping me out in doing this. So theoretically, the coating is done already. So now I'm gonna get ready to go get the heat gun. So here's a, nothing fancy, a Wagner heat gun. I'm put on low, a little bit warmer than a heat dryer. I'm gonna hit the ceramic wrap with it. So the ceramic wrap right now is handling it pretty well. And I figure that usually this accelerates the curing a little bit. So we'll see exactly what happens. Okay. So the surface is lukewarm. My hand still can touch it. It's not hot like a frying pan, but theoretically, this should have, somewhat accelerate the curing. So nothing fancy, water. I'm going to spray. There's the coating, and there's the non-coating. Do it again. Coating, non-coating. Pretty interesting. You see the coating? The coating does work because the water does try to bead up and form a big, large bead. Let me try to spray it again, see what happens here. So that kind of runs off. So in reality, I didn't see a huge difference between coating versus non-coating. It does try to pill up a little bit, but we're going to go on to the next test, which is really applying the G Techniques hydrophobic and then see what happens with it. Okay, so I dry the surface with nothing fancy with a microfiber cloth. Just to let you know, with the coating and non-coating with the vinyl, I can barely feel the difference, but you can feel a little bit of difference, nothing major. It is a little bit smoother on the coating side when comparing to the non-coating side. So it seems like the coating does add a little bit of more smoothness to it. Now, hydrophobic formula. These things are not that expensive, and we'll see what happens. So again, a couple drops should go a long way. I dropped it down. I'm going to apply it with a small applicator, just like the way you would traditionally do surface coating, ceramic coating. Okay, so that covers the area pretty well. Let's just go over it one more time, just in case. Again, a little bit goes a long way, they said. Technically, that should cover an entire car panel. To accelerate the drying, again, Wagner heat gun. Let's hit it for a little bit. Okay, the surface, again, is pretty warm. It's not hot like a hamburger, but it's good enough. So, again, I'm going to spray water. No coating, coating. Interesting. Even with the coating, it doesn't seem like it's really doing a lot when compared to non-coating. So that's that part. Okay, for the last part of our test, we're going to do what we call the stretch test. As you know, vinyl film, when it's heated, you can stretch it for an additional 30%, from what I understand. It will expand an additional 30%. We're not testing for the fact that would it stretch or expand. We know the film will. But with the coating, supposedly, the C-quartz would crystallize. So if I stretch it, theoretically, it should have some type of fracture. You should see some type of crack or something of that nature. We're going to start off with the non-coating, just so it'll be a little bit easier because there's film behind it. I'm going to move it away. Here's the regular film, no coating. Stretch, stretch, and as you can see, no cracking. Now, for the coated side, let's see what happens. Now, remember I did an accelerated heating process on both the C-quartz and the XO. So both of these are on here. And we're going to stretch this way, and then we're going to stretch this way. So no difference really. So I don't know. I don't know, is it worthwhile to apply the C-quartz or the XO on the vinyl film? Now, to be absolutely clear, this is Avery Denshin's Supreme wrap. And, I mean, supposedly 3Ms could be a little bit better, but overall, they have very similar properties. So from that perspective, I don't believe that one is truly more superior than the other. But from the water resistant test with regards to hydrophobic, it doesn't seem like no coating or with coating really makes a huge difference. I would love to hear your feedback because my car is being wrapped right now, and I would love your feedback. The sooner the better. That way I know that would it be worthwhile to coat and hydrophobic my car, or just leave the film as is. Additionally, one of the tests I wish I had the time to do was a surface scratch test or a swirl test. As you know, traditional paint, because the clear coat is so hard that it swirls very easily. From what I understand, because I'm wrapping in a high gloss, that it could swirl, but I just don't know for sure. And if it swirls, I don't think it's as easy to buff out as a traditional paint. That's why I am considering using ceramic coating to help or prevent the swirling that could possibly happen. I know that, and through user experience, that ceramic coating for sure will reduce the swirl marks. It doesn't eliminate, but it does reduce. So we'll see what happens. But just in case, also costs. On Amazon, this bottle was about $45 to $55. This is sea quartz. A lot of the ceramic coatings is in that ballpark. There are absolutely more expensive ones, but traditionally the $40 to $50, $60 ones has been very effective. And the G Technique XO, this runs about $45 also. So that's all I have. And lastly, I want to thank West Coast Vinyl for helping me wrap in my car. They've been just doing a tremendous job, late night hours. So thank you, Damien. And when the product is finally done, I will also post pictures and a video of my car being wrapped. So thank you.